What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Ari. Okay, guys, so this is the thing because, as y'all know, my kids are gone, right? So pretty much all of August has been just downhill, okay? Like, I have been in the trenches. But anyways, long story short, like, I'm getting over that hump because I'm changing my perspective just as far as like, this is the thing, guys, is what I realize is that sometimes things seem like a problem when it's really an opportunity, right? So that's one thing that I'm very keen about is I don't believe in problems. Like literally the P word like does not even exist in my vocabulary. I only see opportunities for solutions. So, okay, cool. Knowing that, like I can be depressed for months because, oh my gosh, my kids aren't here and I'm not going to see them and blah, 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 like all that stuff. Or I can be like, what good can come out of this? Like, how can I use this time to like benefit me, help me, and like not give so much energy to like the negative aspect, but really magnify the positive aspect, right? So I was like, okay, this is an opportunity to go all in on my YouTube channel. Like you guys, I know you guys like love my content, want to see more content, and we're working on that. Okay, okay. So just like making more content for you guys. This is an opportunity to bring y'all into more of like my life. But also too, guys, the biggest thing is that I was thinking about this earlier today because one of my friends had invited me to like her birthday dinner, right? Or brunch or something. And I didn't realize how like antisocial I am, guys. Like it's so crazy. I don't know. I mean, well, I do know what it is, but you know, just like really lately, I feel like I've become more antisocial, especially like as I grow on like social media and all that stuff. I don't know. It just naturally makes me want to just kind of like be in my own bubble all the time, like away from people. Sometimes it's great to be in your own bubble, but what I realized today, guys, is I think that everything is happening for a reason, obviously, like, you know, but I feel like one of the reasons that this situation is happening, although I've been like really sad about it, I was like, this is an opportunity to do things that like I don't ever normally do. Like I don't go out, I don't go hang out with people, I don't go to events, like I don't do none of that stuff. Like I literally like work and like mind my business and like stay to myself, stay at home, like literally like I don't ever do anything except go to the gym and like work. So as much as it scares me to like go out and like be around people, like, okay, for example, I signed up for this like fitness camp thing, like, you know, like a pretty girl lift class. It was like this was social media, like something in Atlanta. And I signed up for it and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is cool. I guess I get to meet people, network, get out there, you know, and just like not be home all the time, like by myself. And like, what I also realized is that, which I knew this about myself, but I am not a fan of change. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but like I realized about myself, I am not a fan of change. A lot of times it is like scary. Like I'm just the kind of person, it's all about like who you are, like your genetic makeup. Ever since I was a kid, I've loved math and science. Like, you know, I've always liked structure, a formula. Math and science, you know that if I put this and this, I'm going to equal this, right? So I've always loved like even routine. Like I'm a rule follower. Like I just love like to-do lists, checklists. Like I'm just somebody that is like so structured and just like, you know, so when things kind of get a little crazy and like, you know, especially with the situation I'm currently going through, like just personally wise, it's kind of like my life was kind of flipped upside down. So that was a really big change. And that was just a really big adjustment. So yeah, long story short, guys, I have decided to take these next 6 months that I will be like kid-free to not be depressed because, oh my gosh, I don't have my kids. And like, that was another thing too. I was like, I got so used to just being a mom. Like, you know, my kids were my life, everything revolved, like, you know what I mean? Like I got so used to just that routine and like, you know, school and doing all that stuff that I'm like 6 months with no kids. Like, oh my gosh, like what am I gonna do? So I have decided to, instead of making this like a sad thing and like being sad about it, using this as an opportunity to kind of put myself out there, like, you know, go to events that, you know, like something on a Saturday. You would never catch me nowhere on a Saturday because I'm with these kids on Saturday. Like, you know what I mean? So maybe this is just an opportunity to get out, do more things, meet people. and not be so like antisocial. Like, I know you guys think that I'm just an extrovert because you see me on social media and like YouTube and all that, but you guys, I really do not like people. Like, I don't like being around people. I don't like big crowds. I don't like meeting people. I just be like, what do you want? Why are you here? Like, you know what I mean? And I shouldn't be like that because there's a lot of great people in the world, and I could be like, you know, I don't want to like block blessings of like meeting people that, you know, might be good people just because I have a predisposition to like not like new things and not like change and not want to meet new people, you know? So that's what I'm going to be working on for these next couple months. Obviously, like anything, it's not an overnight process. It's going to take work. It's going to take intentionality. It's going to take a mindfulness, awareness. Like, when I notice, okay, I'm kind of getting back into like this bubble, like, you know what I mean? It's really just about your neural pathways, you know, as a child and just through your whole life, changing these pathways that are already existing and creating new pathways, you know, doing these new things consistently to where, you know, your brain no longer automatically goes into default mode, you know, doing whatever you used to do, but just being intentional, especially when it comes to your thoughts. That's the biggest thing, you know? So yeah, guys, long story short, I'm gonna be kid-free for like 6 months. I was depressed for like all of August. It's in the past behind me, okay? Like, y'all, I don't think I had ever been that depressed. And like, I mean, just imagine like somebody telling you like, oh, you're not gonna see your kids for 6 months. Like, I think that would put any mother like in the hole. I literally was like down for the count, in bed, crying, all sleeping with their Spider-Man toys, crying, looking at, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just where my mind was, which is normal. I'm not like blaming myself or saying I shouldn't have done that, because that was my process. That was what I needed to do to, you know, release the emotions I was feeling, you know? But what's not okay is like staying there. Like, it's okay to be down, just don't stay down. Like, it's okay to be depressed, just don't stay depressed, like, you know? So I think I'm ready to kind of enter this new chapter of my life. Yeah, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be new. It is a complete change. And also too, yeah, like, don't be in my comments asking me questions all up in my business, because you're not gonna get an answer. I'm just letting you know right now, okay? It's a blessing. It took me a while to realize it, but it really is a blessing in disguise, because I got stuff I gotta do. I really, you know, it's been my dream to really go all in with YouTube. I have so much stuff in my head, so many notes, so much stuff like on paper and in my head that is like not out there yet, that needs to get out, that, you know, stuff that is going to benefit people and change people's lives. So this is probably a blessing in disguise, because it allows me the time to, like, I have no excuse. I cannot use the excuse of, oh, I don't have time, because all I have is time, like, literally. But I think it's time to just really express myself, be more open with you guys, and just not be so like antisocial. Like, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with being antisocial. I like being antisocial because I feel like I have a very peaceful life because I'm antisocial. But I think that sometimes it can also be my downfall, just as far as like the attitude that I have when I be around people. Or not the attitude, but just like the disdain, the dread that I feel to, like, you know, anyways. So yeah. Thanks guys for watching. I just wanted to kind of, you guys are my YouTube family, you know, I tell you guys everything, you know, I'm very open with you guys. Obviously, especially if you've been here for a long time, I'm very, 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 very open with you guys. You know, YouTube has always been my place of like therapy, kind of like, you know, I don't even have a therapist. Just like being surrounded by all of y'all's support and encouragement means a lot to me, you know? Yeah, things are looking up. I'm not in that like black hole that I was in for the past like 30 days. Like, that was some crazy stuff. Like, the things that were going through my head were just like, I won't say I'd never want to be there again, but you know, like, whatever, like, you know, it was an experience, but I'm glad that like I was able to move through that negative space. I mean, everybody's going through something. This might be my situation, but I'm sure a lot of y'all are going through things that might be depressing, or you might think you can't get through it, or, you know, like, you might think you don't know how this is going to be beneficial, or how this is going to end up good, or, you know, how your life is going to move on from here, you know? So trust me, I've been there. I'm currently there, but that's kind of just my goal, is just to walk you guys like with me, you know, take you guys through my thought process, just as I, you know, handle certain situations that might be meant to destroy me or break me. Watch me rise from the ashes. I'm just kidding. I have such big goals, such big dreams, so much things I want to do. And I feel like I am in the process of like building a skyscraper. Like that's the way that I think about it, is like, you know, nobody just like builds a skyscraper overnight. Like it takes immense planning, it takes immense foundation, like, you know what I mean? So I want to encourage you guys, like, if you're going through something, like just go through the process. Don't just go through it, but grow through it. Like, promise you, the best thing you can do for yourself whenever you go through stuff, because this isn't a one-time thing. You don't just go through something and then life is great. Like, you go through something like every week, every month, every year. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes it might feel like it's getting worse and worse, like whatever, you know? But I really, it's a challenge. I always challenge myself, and I challenge you guys too, to spend time like alone, whether you pray, journal, whatever you do, but do your best to not be on the negative side of things. Don't just have in your mind that this is bad and it's only bad, right? Like, don't be so black and white. And I think that's how you get through stuff. That's how personally I get through depression, because at this point I need a freaking degree in like depression, because you always think, oh, I'm done, I'm over, and then like you go through something and then it'd be like, dang, like I thought we were over this, like, you know what I mean? I think it's easy as moms to kind of make our identity being a mom, you know, and sometimes we have to remember, like, I was a person before I had kids. Yeah, that's just kind of, I guess, what we're gonna be doing these next few months. We're gonna put ourselves out there, meet people, go to events or whatever. It'll be good though. It'll be good. And you guys are gonna watch. You guys are gonna see like me today, September 2024 versus me January, February 2025. Just watch. Instagram is great. I've even had to kind of take a step back from Instagram because it was just becoming a place of like, I was like, where did all these trolls come from? Like, who are y'all? But that's just Instagram, you know what I mean? I love YouTube because I get to just literally like be myself. So I love YouTube because I can just be very like open and transparent and just like release. I think that, at least for me, I know myself, that is my way of getting through things, is just like releasing them instead of keeping everything like bottled up in here. But I'm not gonna sit here and talk your ear off. I know it's been a minute since I posted a video, and you guys are probably wondering, like, where is she? What's going on? And I didn't want to just be filming and like boohoo crying the entire video. So I had to take some time to just like recollect my thoughts, because like, it's, yes, of course, I don't mind crying on camera, but also too, when I film and I show for you guys, I want to show up as like, you know, in a good space, like my best self. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to show up like as my worst self, because y'all do not want to see that. But yeah, so I'm back. It's about to get really crazy out here in these streets. Thanks guys for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.